사람들에 대한 이야기였다.
Sung-soo, acted out by Song Hyun-ju, is a successful businessman who lives with the perfect family in a luxury apartment, but has secrets and mysophobia about his one and only brother. One day, he goes to see his brother after a phone call about him missing and sees weird symbols all over the house, and he meets Joo-hee, played by actress Moon Jung-hee, who knows his brother.
깜짝 놀라셨죠?
Sung-soo returns to his home from his brother's and notices a familiar symbol written next to the bell of his house. A missing brother, hide-and-seek codes, a shocking truth for two different families, and the struggle to save their families starts now.
All right, Jason, so the movie Hide and Seek. I haven't seen the movie myself, but I know it's a little bit scary, and I also know that it was actually in the spotlight before its release.
Yeah, it follows a true story, so whenever a film follows an actual chain of events, it always creates more headlines. And it's an interesting film in terms of the way it kind of explores, or combines, should I say, genres. It's kind of a thriller stroke horror. Which is it? It's quite difficult to label with this film.
Yeah, I was actually asking you before the show, is it a thriller or is it a horror movie? So it's kind of halfway in between. It's a quite unique genre in the sense that they actually tackle a social issue, but with that thriller background.
Yeah, like you have a lot of chasing around, so we've seen films like The Chaser, so in that sense it is kind of like a thriller. But there's also a lot of aspects to the film which make it kind of a horror. It's quite dark in places and it keeps you at the edge of your seat, and you'll see a lot of people jumping around, and in that sense it is very kind of horror driven, and it is the summer season. And so I can see why they've incorporated this kind of horror element to it. And yes, social issues. One of the families in this film, it comes from a very kind of affluent background. You see that in the cars they drive, the apartment they have. A rich family. And then in sharp contrast, you have people from very low-income families, very kind of poor people. And so it's very interesting to see the kind of contrast between the lives of these two sets of people.
All right, Jason, so now this movie, Hide and Seek, tackles social issues. It's also in the spotlight because of its actors, and namely the veteran actors starring in this movie.
Yeah, it's got a very interesting cast. These actors have been around a long time. Chief among them, of course, is Song Hyun-ju, who plays the lead for the first time. He's played many supporting roles before. You've got Moon Jung-hee as well. She was in the film Deranged or Young-Shi last year, and Jung Mi-sun as well, who's been in a lot of films, particularly Bong Joon-ho's films Memories of Murder and Mother. And so we have these very talented actors or actresses in this film that have played many roles before, and they're playing some of these actors are playing bigger roles, and it's very interesting to see that, and it's great for the industry that this is happening.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more in detail about the first veteran actor here.
Song Hyun-ju. Yeah, he's played leading, not leading roles, but supporting roles in the past. Secretly Greatly is a good example. He's a very, very gifted actor, and I think some people are asking, given that he's so good, especially in this film, why hasn't he been in leading roles before? It's one of those kind of perplexing questions. Why hasn't he been there before? Because he plays such a good role in this film.
And he's been in the industry for a long time too, 20-some years.
Yeah, over 2 decades. And so I'm really, really happy that he's finally got a leading role in a film, because this is richly deserved. And
tell us about his role in this movie. What kind of role does he play?
Well, he plays this father, a husband that's got a kind of psychological trauma from his childhood, so the film flashes back to that. But he also has to protect his family, and so he's trying to juggle this kind of psychological background or demands that he's having to deal with, but he's also having to deal with the fact that his family are at danger, and he has to try and save them, and so he's running around trying to save them, and so his character is quite a perplexing character, to say the least.
왜 이래?
너 여름에 애들 데리고 계곡으로 물놀이 갔었지?
미사일 때문에 바빠서 그냥 나랑 애들만.
정부를 믿고 기다려 주십시오. 국가적 역량을 총동원해서
All right, Jason, let's continue on and talk a little bit more about the actors. Moon Jung-hee also plays a role here, a supporting role.
Yeah, she plays a supporting role. She has been around for a while in dramas and movies. Like I say, for Deranged, she actually won a Best Supporting Actress at the Blue Dragon Awards for that role. And she's
Deranged?
Yeah,
The
movie last year, one of the big hits, a kind of epidemic kind of film. And that film did very well, and she's done very well as an actress. And she's also played very different roles. Her role in this film, I can't really reveal too much, but her role is somewhat challenging for her, and you see different aspects to her kind of character or persona. Certainly I've never seen before from her, so I was very kind of like, wow, this is Moon Jung-hee. This is slightly different from her, like her hairstyle's all over the place, and she's
a completely different side of herself.
Yeah, a very different side, and again, testament to her acting skills. And I'm very interested to see what she'll do from now on.
Okay, now we still have one more person to talk about here. Chun Mi-sun also plays a role, an important role in this movie. Can you tell us a little bit more about her?
Yeah, she plays the mother or the wife in this film. She's often played supporting roles in the past, like I said, in Bong Joon-ho's films Memories of Murder and Mother. She often plays a somewhat quiet character. She doesn't often talk a lot, but she says a lot with her facial expressions. And in this film, she does that very, very well. She's able to play like some of the more difficult areas of a character where she's kind of under attack, but she also has that kind of persona that she's always had, a very quiet, thought-provoking kind of character. And so I was very curious to see what her role was like in this film, which is much the same, but with some kind of slight differences.
Yeah. Are you happy about her role and her acting skills?
Yeah, I mean, she is a great actress. She's very talented, and she's been in the industry a long time.
Yeah.
And I have no worries when it comes to her and her acting. I just know she'll do a great job.
Yeah, a lot of added value, especially from these veteran actors in this movie.
Yeah, great value and great cast.
Okay.
누군가 살고 있다.
All right, now, Jason, before we wrap up here for Showbiz Theater, anything you would like to add regarding the movie Hide and Seek here today?
Well, if you're after some thrills, a scary movie, then definitely check it out. I would say, though, that it's not for everybody. It is a scary movie. I've seen my fair share of scary films.
It makes your heart race?
Yeah, and at some points in the movie, I was at the edge of my seat.
Grabbing onto your chair.
And I was like, oh, you know, I was really taken by how the director was able to kind of orchestrate the scares. He did it very, very effectively. And those around me as well were jumping out of their seats. And yeah, quite literally.
So if you like horror movies, go watch the movie. If your heart is a bit weak, maybe stay away.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Sounds good. Now next week we're going to focus on another movie. Which one is it going to be?
Yeah, we're going to talk about The Spy, which is one of the big releases just before Chuseok, the Korean Thanksgiving holiday. So a lot of people go to cinemas during that time.
Who stars in this movie?
This movie stars Moon So-ri, Seo Kyung-doo, and Daniel Henney. So an electric cast.
Yeah.
Moon So-ri and Seo Kyung-doo are kind of favourite actors of mine. They've been in the industry for a long, long time.
That's right.
And extremely well regarded.
Sounds good. So we'll have more details about The Spy next week.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Jason, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And your efforts.
Thank you.
Another edition of Showbiz Theater next time.
Bye-bye.